In this video, we're going to go through Learning Target 2.2.5a, which talks about the characteristics of a linear function given a graph. So this problem says to identify each of the given characteristics. We are given a graph of a linear function and asked to find 4 things. So to find our slope, we need to figure out how much we are rising and running. So our slope from a graph is going to be our rise over our run. And so this is going to be rise over run, and I want to count those by basically just counting squares. You just can pick any 2 points on the graph. This one has 2 points given to you, but if you wanted to pick 2 other points, it doesn't really matter. So there is a point on an even corner right here, and then I'm going to use this point, and I'm going to use this one. So I'm imagining I'm walking from this point to this point, and I can only use like vertical and horizontal. I can't just walk diagonal. And I want to count that rise and that run. So from here to here, I'm going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And because I went down, that is -4. So my rise is -4 over. Then I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces, and that was to the right, so that is +6. So my run is +6. Now I want to double check to see if this can be simplified, and I noticed that 4 and 6 can both be divided by 2. So -4 divided by 2 gives me -2, and 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. Now I double check again, and 2 and 3 can't be divided by any whole number, so this is going to be my slope. I just want a quick double check to make sure that matches what I expect from the graph. So if my slope is negative, I know my line should be going down, and as I read left to right, my line is going down, so that makes sense. We can also jump down and answer this last question, if it's increasing or decreasing. Well, if it's going down, it is decreasing. Then I'm going to go back in and find my x and my y intercepts. So my x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. So I'm looking at where does this linear function cross the x-axis. Well, that point is right about here. And I need to write that as a coordinate point. So that looks about halfway to me between 5 and 6. For my x-intercepts, the number comes first. The number is in the x spot. So I'm going to put 5.5. Again, if it's in between 2 numbers, you're just doing your best to estimate. If you said that looked closer to 5.6 to you, I would understand. So it's 5.5, 0. Now let's do my y-intercept, super similar, but this is where it crosses the y-axis. So I'm looking at where does this line cross the y-axis, and that is right here. And so that, again, is your best estimate. I would say that looks about to be 3/4 of the way between 3 and 4. So it's a little bit past halfway. So I'd write that as 0, 3.75. Again, if you thought it was 3.6 or 3.7 or 3.8, any of that is fine as well, but make sure these are written as points.